Okay, so we had three groups of people in Dallas today. We had Trump fans, Trump critics, and a lot of people just really trying to figure out what the heck was going on, figure the whole thing out. And that must mean that it is time for the most amazing, the most awesome, insightful, Trump-tastic 4 minutes.
4 minutes of Trump, right?
That's exactly. 4 minutes of you, Ben. That's even better. Fox 4 with the Fox 4 political analyst, Ben Ferguson. Hey, Ben, you managed to avoid the mounted patrols tonight?
I did, yeah. I didn't get involved in the fighting and yelling and screaming that you're terrible, no, you're terrible, no, you're terrible. That's pretty much summed it up if you missed it.
Well, let me tell you. So he walks on stage. Trump walks out. I tell you what, it was a lot of name dropping, but kind of glad handing with the crowd. Oh, I know Jerry Jones and Mark Cuban, and this person called me, and that person.
Yeah.
A lot of cheering, a lot of joke telling for like what, the first 30 minutes.
He might as well just walked out there and be like, I'm kind of a big deal, and everyone in Dallas loves me.
That's right. What is it? My home smells like rich mahogany,
yeah.
or all that. Did you have any sort of aha moment tonight, or like a light bulb moment to say, okay, this is it. This is why he's a rock star.
Look,
anything?
It was. There's two things tonight that takeaways. One, there was a lot of people there that had never come to a political rally ever before that like Donald Trump, and they like that he's saying it's us against the world. It's all of us going against the political machine and everybody that's in the political machine, the GOP primary and all the Democrats and Obama. I mean, it's amazing to see what he's been able to do, which is, we don't like that guy or Hillary or Obama or Sanders, but we also don't like all these other people, Bush and Rubio and Perry and, go on, Carly Fiorina. The only person he seemed to be somewhat nice to tonight that was in the GOP primary was actually Ben Carson. And he said he's a nice guy and I like him, but I bet you 50% of the crowd there was not your average inside voter that looks forward to going to political events. And it honestly did not really feel like a political event when you see other candidates come through town. And I think that's the reason why he's at 33% in the polls, which if you think about it is incredible. You add up all the people outside the top four, their poll numbers do not add up to Donald Trump.
They don't, but I tell you why he likes Carson tonight is because Carson apologized to him.
Absolutely, and he'll take an apology, and then, it's also like what he did with Rick Perry. I mean, a year and a half ago, he tweeted out that Rick Perry needed to take an IQ test, and 4 days ago, he's his best friend, and says, oh, he's a great guy, I love him, he's incredible, he's a good man. So,
he had two women introduce him tonight, but neither referenced the whole look at this face, the campaign, that Fiorina has going on right now. But they certainly said how great Trump is.
Yeah, and both those people are Tea Parties. One was a former Tea Party candidate that went up against an establishment congressman right here in DFW, and you had the other one that is part of a Tea Party news network that came up on stage, and they are certainly connecting with his campaign because they feel like this is the Tea Party 2.0. This is, we hate Washington. They don't listen to us. They don't pay attention. And if you look at substance tonight, there really wasn't a lot of substance, and I'm not saying that to rip on Donald Trump. I'm just stating reality. I mean, I was sitting next to supporters, and I said, what were the things that you liked tonight that you said about policy? And they're like, well, we'll get into that later. And I think that's honestly part of his campaign strategy is, I'll deal with the minutia of all this down the road. Right now, this is about us against the world, and it's working.
So, did you watch Miss America last night?
I did not. I was watching the Cowboys play. How about them Cowboys? I might as well throw that one out there real quick. Yeah, real men watch football on Sunday nights.
Or you TiVo Miss America because Miss Alabama was saying, I mean, you guys, you need to know you're kind of on the same page with Miss Alabama because she's saying what Trump is doing is, taking away from maybe other viable candidates right now who are talking policy and procedure. And there are also a lot of people that are going to certainly connect with that. I saw that clip and I thought it was very articulate and well said. I mean, if you're going into Wednesday night in this big debate and you're one of the other candidates, and there's some really good candidates in there that are getting absolutely no press, no FaceTime. They're actually talking policy and substance and no one's listening. I mean, if you go into a room and it's empty, does anyone hear you? If there's no media there when you're talking, does anyone hear your message? Ask Rick Perry this. He would say no. And that's why he suspended his campaign. There's a lot of good people that have a lot of great ideas out there that should be doing well in the polls. Marco Rubio is a great example of this. Jeb Bush, I also think, is in trouble here. They are not getting any attention for what they're putting out there policy-wise, and I think that's where they're going to have to hit him very hard on Wednesday night, come after him on substance of what they have and maybe what he doesn't have. I mean, if you look at Trump tonight, if he said it once, he said 1,000 times, you're going to love America again, you're going to love America again, you're going to love America again. And then he also said everybody's going to fear America, everybody's going to be terrified of America, and everyone in America is going to love America again. That is really his campaign. It almost reminds me
of Barack Obama when he was saying hope and change. It was two things people could connect with. Saying I want to make America great again is almost a hope and change 2.0 with the messaging, and it worked for Obama. And I think Trump says, why not for me too?
All right, we'll keep watching, and of course we'll watch the debate.
It'll be interesting.
All right, Ben, appreciate it. Thanks for avoiding the horses and all to get over here. Hey, you can join Ben's 500,000 followers on Twitter at Ben Ferguson Show. Thank you, Ben. More Fox 4 News at 9 ahead.